What it do, YouTube? It's your boy Raekwon. Today we're gonna be talking about a hip hop legend, a Harlem legend, aka the oldest YN alive.
I'm from the middle of the piece, right in. I had them billies throwing bees up in.
Aka I don't even Capo, aka whatever, it's Jim Jones. We're gonna be talking about Jim Jones today. He's on one of his little delusional episodes right now where he has challenged Cameron to a Verzuz in Harlem. Like now I said, I'm not from Harlem, I'm not from New York. I'm a big fan of Jim Jones, I'm a big fan of Cameron. Maybe the fan base is a little different in the city, but this is such an uneven match here, and we're gonna get into that in a second. But let me just tell you guys a little bit about who Jim Jones is. Jim Jones goes on these delusional episodes every once in a while. He's on the list of rappers for me that if they don't touch the internet, it would be a lot cooler. Meek Mill is on that list. There's a few more. Meek Mill's on the top of that list, definitely. But yes, Jim Jones was tweaking at lows like 2-3 weeks ago, being a Karen.
This manager decided to take upon himself to tell me what I've done wrong. So tell the people that you're mad that I found these locks for $78 because y'all put the wrong price. Y'all put the wrong price. You don't want to look at me now? You just had a lot to say. You don't have nothing to say?
Maybe 3 months before that, he was horse kicking a studio door that he got locked out of. Last year, he said that he was more relevant than Nas. And then the year before that, he said that Pusha T wasn't even top 50. This is just who Jim Jones is. He makes a lot of scenes and spectacles on the internet for attention and clout. Maybe he's trying to sell a record or whatever, I don't know. But this to me is insane. So I did a little, just off the top of the dome, just thinking about certain songs and like how they would stack up against each other. And seriously, and I don't mean no disrespect, but from Jim Jones, all I have is Pop Champagne and We Flying High, which is, ballin', but that's it. When it comes to anything that I think that can compare to what Cameron has in his discography. Like, what the hell is Jim Jones gonna do with a down and out?
Face. She dealing with killer, so you love her taste. She swallowing killer, cause she love the taste. I got bored up with crooked kitchen.
What is Jim Jones gonna do if he starts this whole thing out with Welcome to New York City as the first song as an opener? From Come Home With Me or Purple Haze for me is a go. Those are two classic albums in my opinion. Jim Jones don't have a classic. And I love Jim Jones. I love all the the freestyles, the Define Your Love freestyle. I love that shit. I love Jim Jones, and I actually think his more recent music is a lot better than his earlier music. But still, when you stack this up against Cameron, it's just there is no comparison. Like for real, like think about The Rock. What can Jim Jones play to compare to that? Nothing, absolutely nothing. And then on top of that, right? They come from the same group, if you guys don't know, Dipset. Personally, I was more of a Cam guy. I know Jim Jones is Capo, but Cameron has always done it for me, pause. His bars is better, and then we keep him to stack. These two niggas is not, like, these aren't top of the creme de la creme of lyricists. These are, like Cameron is computers Putin and Jim Jones is Jim Jones. And Mr. Never had a clean pair of braids in his life, Jim Jones. So these aren't like no supreme lyricists, but still Cameron's bars have always been better to me. I've always preferred a Cameron verse on a Dipset track or even a Jewel's before I even get to Jim Jones. And that's no disrespect to him. Like I said, I'm still a fan. I still listen to Jim Jones. He had an album that came out a few years ago, and I don't think it was an album, but maybe a mixtape. And it's one of my favorite mixtapes till this day. I have to think of the name of it right now. He had an album come out in like 2016, The Kitchen. I personally love it. It's one of my favorites. There's a lot of bangers on that album. If you haven't listened to it before, free plug, go ahead and go listen to it. Jim Jones, The Kitchen came out in 2016. It got some heat on there, but still, nothing that Jim Jones has touches anything from Come Home With Me or Purple Haze. And that's just my personal opinion, of course, but like, come on, man. Like, Jim, you gotta stop, bro. You gotta stop. A lot of this stuff, and I know him and Cameron have had a lot of you know, back and forth over the years, but this gotta stop, man. Like, but let me know what y'all think in the comment. If you from Harlem, maybe I'm tripping, you know what I'm saying? Maybe y'all got a different opinion on this. But I think Cameron destroys Jim Jones. Jim Jones, even with the We Flying High and Pop Champagne, depending on what Cameron play against that, he might not even win those. But I think this is a clean sweep by Cameron, honestly, depending on how he sequences these records, if they even do it. Because I don't think Cameron will take the invitation, because this is a piece of cake. But yeah, let me know what y'all think in the comment section. It's your boy Raekwon. I'm out, man.